Woohoo! Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? 2021. How happy are we to be here? Cassandra, what's going on? I'm so happy you're here. Oh, man. What a great, great, great New Year's. I hope everyone had an awesome New Year's. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's whatever. Hey, hey. Sue, I love it. How are you? Oh my gosh. I'm so happy you guys are here. I was just thinking about what I want to do for tonight. I have like a really kind of fun little thing to do that's a little bit more interactive for everybody. And yeah, I'm just happy to be in this awesome new year. I know that like things haven't totally changed for everyone. However, this is where we embrace the energy and move into a new cycle. We choose to move into a new cycle, right? No matter what's going on externally, it's all about what's happening internally. And that's what's important. Hey, Mystical Musings. Yes, life is full of potential. And listen, I was listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza earlier and Dolores Cannon all about quantum leaping and the parallel realities that we can live in and we choose to live in and where we choose to be in the world. And it's just amazing how much power we actually have that we don't exercise because we let the fears of the world in our alleged reality basically pressure down upon us. It's just kind of crazy. But yeah, so what I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to, obviously I'm going to do the reading for all the signs. And but I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about. And I think that next week is when I'm really going to go into quantum leaping and alternative realities. And this week, what I wanted to do is I wanted to do a collective pick a pile reading live. Okay, I've never done this before live. Not really sure how it's going to go. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to do pick a card reading or pick a pile, whatever, however you want to call it. And basically it's based on, all of the pick a card readings I have on my YouTube channel to give people an idea, because some people don't understand that when you do a reading, a pick a pile or pick a card reading, you skip to the timestamp ahead. I've had friends say, yeah, I was watching the whole video waiting to get to pile 7. And I'm like, didn't you skip to pile 7? So anyway, so we'll do a quick sample of what it's like tonight. I have 3 piles tonight. The first object I have for pile 1 is this beautiful dolphin. Love it. Okay. Get a better look at this. And so that's going to be pile 1. Pile 2 is going to be this awesome angel. Very angelic. And pile 3 is going to be this quartz crystal, which is very powerful and looks super cool. Look at that with like the light behind it. Love it. So think about what group you want. And let's see, I guess I could kind of do this like on my keyboard so you remember which pile is which. Multi-use keyboard, right? And so I want everyone to take a look at what they want to focus on for this year, coming into this beautiful new energy, this new week, this new month, this new year. And we'll go ahead and get started with the dolphin. So I will just pull a card for each one right now, and then we'll go into the signs. Did everyone have a great New Year's Eve? Is everyone surviving the whole new energy? Oh my, I love this. So for the dolphin, it came in the High Priestess card. So it's all about holding your cards close to your chest, not revealing your plans as you're going through this whole new setup of this year. Because the thing about the High Priestess is she makes sure that she knows exactly all of her plans from A, B, C, all of the bullet points, everything. And so The reason why this card is popping up for everyone listening is it's because when you start to tell people your plans, then you let their opinions influence if it's going to work or not. And then fear sets in and you second guess yourself and then you never do it. So what the dolphin is telling me from Atlantis is saying, hey, listen, get your plan together and don't let other people know your plan until you unfold it, because it's always fun to share ideas. Listen, I can share ideas all day long. I'm an idea generator, right? In any job, friendship, whatever, I can generate so many ideas. But when it comes down to implementing the plan, that's when I work behind the scenes and I don't tell anyone what I'm doing. So that is for the dolphin pile number 1 energy. Hey, Bill. Woohoo! Good to see you guys. So we're doing a quick pick a card reading or pick a pile. Okay, so the second one we have is the angel. My sister actually gave this to me a long time ago, probably, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. Super cute, blowing a kiss to whoever picked this pile. So for the angel, the message for this pick a pile is going to be coming into this new energy. Let's see. What does the angel want to tell the people who chose her? Yes, the magician. You have all of the tools and the elements that you need to manifest what you want, to create it. You have to create it. But if you look at this card, he has everything on his table. He has, everything is on his behalf. He has the pentacles, he has the chalice, he has the wands, he has the swords, everything that he needs is happening right here. So it's all about co-creating with the universe and taking action. You can't just listen to a great idea and then sit there and wait for it to manifest. You actually have to take action. And honestly, I feel like the biggest theme today is fear. Fear sets everyone back, makes us second guess ourselves, make us sit in this time, space, and reality that doesn't really exist, or does actually, based on quantum physics. But it's all about moving forward and taking ownership and co-creating with the universe. And when I say that, it's like basically having blind faith to step forward and know that the universe has your back. So that's what I have for the angel pile. All right. And then we have, last but not least, we have the quartz crystal. How beautiful. This is charged. Like, whew, I love it. I love putting on my third eye. I literally just, it's awesome. So let's see what the quartz crystal has for anyone who chose the quartz crystal for their message right now. All right. Let's see. Oh, yes. Okay. So the quartz crystal is saying, don't hang in self-sacrifice, worrying about things. You need to get out of this energy and move forward for things to manifest in this new energy, this new day, this new week, this new year. Okay. This is a really cool time to really use the fire energy that's going on right now. And with Mars, and listen, take that fire energy and use it. Okay. So that's the messages I have for the people who chose these piles. Super fun. Just wanted to give everyone an example of what it's like to do a pick a card reading. Again, I have a bunch of them on my YouTube channel, probably like 50 different videos. So go check them out. They're all timeless, even though they may have been up for a year. It doesn't matter. Whenever the message reaches you is when it resonates, right? So, okay. So I did pull a collective reading already. And let me just write down the timestamp because I'm making sure I'm staying on top of that. Okay, so for the collective reading, it's funny. I already pulled the High Priestess card, which I already pulled for the Dolphin pile, okay? So it's all about standing, knowing your plan, not divulging all of your thoughts and ideas to other people, because listen, everyone has an opinion that can sway you, and you want to make sure you protect your energy, especially right now, stepping into this new cycle, because it's all about what you want to manifest. And it's all about, like the last 3 years is all about our left side of our brain, very strategic, very, really just structure. And now we've stepped into the right side of the brain, which I love the most. It's all about creativity, imagination, and communication. And so just protect your energy right now and protect your ideas. So that's for the collective, because the challenge is it could go either way. So your finances are going to flourish if you protect your thoughts and your ideas. If you don't, you're not going to manifest it. So you're not going to bring in that other avenue of income, right? And then this is card was peaceful resolution as the overall energy. This is great. So you know what to do. Use your intuition, conscious collective, and really protect your ideas. Know that the universe is your powerful source of abundance, and just know that whatever happens, it's meant to happen, and it'll be a peaceful transition, right? So, woohoo! All right. Let's see who's in the room tonight. Let me grab a sip of water. Did you guys have a great New Year's? Whether it be New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, New Year's week, New Year's whatever. Yeah, the energy's been really great. Right before Christmas, that's when I felt the switch turn on of the passion. And now it just feels so fluid. It's all about going in the flow. It's so great. So, okay. Yep. Sue, peppermint water. You know that. I walked outside today for about 6 miles. So I have a little bit of a stuffy nose. That's why I feel congested a little bit, because it's like 26 degrees, but I had a couple different walks with a couple different friends. And so I'm just warming up, and I feel like I might be kind of a little stuffy. So sorry about that. Ooh, a hike by the moonlight. Were you out in the dunes? That's so cool. That's awesome. Yeah, New Year's weekend. Faux show. Okay, so first we'll go on with the Aries. What do the Aries need to know this week? This is interesting. So this is the Sorceress card. It's all about, again, this is the same card as the High Priestess. This is the third time this similar card, this energy is pulled out in the last 13 minutes. Okay, so this is all about harnessing our magic, knowing what we have on the inside of us, not sharing it and asking other people's for opinions or other opinions, because it's really going to slow the process. Just move forward, Aries. Okay, so I really feel like the Aries need to know that this week, because when you want to manifest something, you don't go ask for everyone else's opinion. And if you do, first of all, how much time are you spending on all those phone calls asking people, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. What do you think? And then they have their opinions, their stories. And as you keep going and expanding this to 4, 5, 6 different friends out in the ripples, right? You literally dilute your concentration of actually just executing it and going for it. So that is what the Aries need to know, sun, moon, or rising. Ooh, because the challenge for Aries this week is knowing that you have magic. You're a medicine man or woman. Whatever you are, whoever you are, you have the magic on the inside, and you're protected. And I feel like you're getting a lot of messages in your dreams this week of what you need to be doing. Literally, I woke up on Christmas morning. Maybe it's Christmas Eve. And I'll have to look at my journal. And I had the best idea, and I've been doing research. I'm executing it. I'm not unveiling it because I'm an Aries and this is the energy, but also the 3 different readings to say, keep your cards close to your chest, your ideas. But I have some really cool stuff that I will be unveiling for this year for Beach Balance Life, and also my TikTok, everything that's going on with it. It's all literally, I'm starting to see it gel. I feel like I finally just found my voice, and I found it in my dream. I woke up one day and I was like, boom, that's what I'm doing. There was no doubt in my mind. And now the path is completely unfolding, and it's the coolest feeling. So it's like, once you're clear and you ask your angels for guidance and things like that, that's what's going to help you move forward. So for Aries, the overall energy this week is forgiveness. So the important things about forgiveness is, if you don't forgive people or emotions or experience, they store up in your body. And that's when people get sick. That's when they manifest sickness, right? So you have to forgive, even though you think, oh, if I forgive, then I'm losing my power, I'm giving it up. That is the complete opposite. In fact, you are more strong and standing in your own authenticity by forgiveness. So that's what Aries need to know this week. It's all about knowing that the magic that you have, listening to messages, and whatever's coming up, recognize it and forgive it and send it away. Let it dissipate out into the ethers. So that's what I have for my Aries. Woohoo! Oh, the 3 Dune challenge. What is that? That sounds amazing. Okay, so now we will move on to Taurus. What's going on? Do we have any Taurus in the house tonight? Let's see. Taurus for this week, we have fertility. Ooh, perfect time to start new projects, Taurus. Okay, that's awesome. You cannot make this up. It's the new year. And listen, Taurus, you're all about creature comforts, really good food, having the best things in life, having the best environment that makes you feel comfortable. And so really manifesting what it is you want to bring in that's new. It's going to be really easy for Taurus, actually. They're really good at manifesting. So we have the Native American card. So basically this is interesting because, again, this is reminding me of dreams. It's reminding me of a dream catcher, of having that safe haven to go into when it's super cold outside and things are feeling really harsh outside. You have that inner space, that inner knowing, and that sanctity of how you can go in and into your own thoughts and manifest what you want and really bring and plant those seeds, bring them to life and nourishing them. So that's a challenge. Make sure that you're nourishing your seeds and getting back into like what really makes you feel safe. Stay in that space. And I have for Taurus, so this message actually is going to transcend over the next couple of weeks for you. So that's super exciting. So you're planting the seed, but you're not really going to see any residual income or return on investment from planting that seed for the next couple of weeks. So I would say this reading is a longer stretch of reading for Taurus. It's probably basically between now and the end of January, okay? Let's see. Okay, so now we'll move on to Gemini. What's going on, my Geminis? How's it going? Gemini, sun, moon, or rising, or Venus, or all of the above. If you had all of them in the same chart, I would literally just be like, whoa, I want to see that. Okay, so we have the receptive card. Okay, it's all about receiving love this week, okay? Gemini, it's all about you've been giving out so much information, especially with all this energy going into Aquarius back here in September and for the next 3.5 years. You've been giving out a lot of information. It's time for you to be receptive. Maybe just sit down and be quiet, let people give you some information, and or, I'm not putting you down, but and or learning how to receive information coming in without being judgmental and not, being a know-it-all and want to like give more information. Just chill, like center everything. So that's what I feel like that's what's going on with Geminis this week. So Geminis, your overall energy, your challenge is spirituality and religion. So it's all about looking at what sparks your inner light. What is really driving you from the inside out, and how are you shining yourself out into the world? Because that's what's really going to be important. I'm getting this message. If you're going to be arrogant and want to give all this information, and you're not going to let people give their information back and have it be reciprocal, you have to be really careful about how you're shining your light. Make sure you're not blazing people, and make sure you're still nurturing it to keep it alive. So let's see what the overall advice is for Gemini this week. We have listened to your intuition, which is perfect because it's all about that inner light, listening to your inner intuition, right? I love it. It's so cool. So let me grab a sip of water. Woo, okay. So now we will move on to Cancers. Do we have any Cancers in the house tonight? Let's see. Hey, Floyd, how are you? All right, let's see what's going on. So Cancer, this is all about the arts, getting back into your creative energy, getting that momentum going, getting back into that feeling of how good it feels to create things, like whether moving your body, doing some dancing, playing guitar, piano, or painting. That's where Cancers need to be this week. They need to get back into those roots of just really feeling joy, because that's when you are in the best receptive mode to manifest. And that's when you're letting everything manifest from your imagination and your emotions into reality. So your challenge this week is to listen to the galactics. So yes, it's all about listening to your higher self, Cancers, listening to your higher selves. That's right, little crabby. Listening to your higher self and knowing that you're on the right path and you are following the right star. And if you're not, you need to get back into getting in that creative mode, right? But because when you're in a more serious mode and you're using more of your left brain and you're being very analytical, you're kind of going off the path of where you need to be. Because when you want to manifest, listen, I cannot wait for some of the stuff I'm going to be launching this year. It's going to be very, very cool. And it's just too much to teach in an hour on a Monday night. But when you get into that creative power, that's when you're literally igniting the fire inside. And that's when you're manifesting and you are literally aligning. The stars are aligning for you. So that's your challenge this week, is to make sure that you're paying attention to the right stars to follow. So the overall advice for my Cancers is abundance. What's going on? Woohoo! That's awesome. I love it. So we have abundance in the house. And so that's your overall advice. Yes, Floyd, I have a link in the description box. If you would like a question at the end of, once I get through the signs, if you don't mind just sending a donation, I will be happy to answer a question for you. All right. So now we'll move on to Leo. What's going on, my Leos? Sun, moon, rising, or Venus? Woohoo! All right. So Leos, we have this week. Inner wisdom, which is very similar to Aries. It's all about listening to the high priestess of yourself, listening to your intuition, listening to the song of your soul that is in the middle of the night that you wake up and you have this bright idea, or you have this intuition on what direction to take. That's where you need to focus on this week, Leos. Okay. So let's see your challenges. Your challenge is spending a little bit of time on your own and by yourself. When you are in this monk energy or the nun energy, which is basically the hermit card, that's when you have a lot of access to your inner thoughts. And that's when you're going to be the most selective on what path to take, and also, where you need to head with your projects and your relationships. So let's see what your advice is this week, Leo. Be assertive, okay? Love it. Be assertive. Make sure you're taking action this week and co-creating with the universe, because that is so important. It's so important. All right. So then we have Virgos. Do you have any Virgos in the room? All right. Ooh, true love coming in for Virgos this week. Ooh, it's all about this beautiful, divinely guided passion and love. And this is exactly what you need to manifest. This is the truest love that you can have, and you need to nourish it. Virgos, you are very good at nitpicking things apart. Don't do it this week. Make sure you're getting into your feelings and not into your over analytical mind that's overthinking, because your challenge is spirituality and religion. So it's all about listening to that inner light, the inner guidance, and everything you have guiding you. If you don't listen to it, it's not going to pan out for you this week, okay? You're not going to get that true love and passion that you want. So you need to lead with your heart and not your mind. So your overall advice is meditate to bring answers, okay? Venus and Virgo, haha. So meditate to bring answers. We all know that meditation is the one thing that keeps you grounded, keeps everyone in this feeling of, listen, okay, yeah, I got this. I feel grounded. I'm centered. When you don't meditate or do things that make you kind of transcend time and space, like listening to music or dancing or playing an instrument or painting, whatever it is, running, A lot of people love running for that. That's you're in the vortex of manifesting, all right? And that's where you want to be this week, Virgo, because otherwise your mind will overthink things and could squash them from transpiring. So sorry that I had to say it to you guys. All right, so we'll move on to Libra. All right, so Libras for this week. What's going on? What do my Libras need to know? Libras, ooh, you have a lot of divine passion. How amazing is that? This is the most passionate card in this deck. And it's all about getting into that root chakra, shaking those hips. You know that we all store energy in our hips, so it's good to move them around. So get dancing, do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying that you need to do this week, Libras, because the ship's about to come in for you. So your challenge is knowing that the ships are coming in. So while you're waiting, make sure you're still taking care of yourself and giving self-care, and also letting the blow flow through all of your body. Like get that exercise, get that sweat going on, because that's what's really going to make you glow and shine. And when you're focused on that, that's when things are going to just come flying in the door for you. All right. So the overall advice for Libra this week is to communicate clearly. I love it. So when things are coming in this, from your ships coming in, they're flying in the window, make sure that you're communicating your boundaries and everything that you want and need, and be very clear on that, because if you're not, then miscommunication is the worst thing in the world. It destroys everything, because people, if you don't know how to communicate clearly, people feel very uncomfortable with that. So you want to make sure you're very kind in your communication, but make sure you're a Libra. You balance everything out anyway, so it should be fine. Okay. All right. So now we will move on to Scorpio. I know we have a Scorpio in the house. Who's Papa Das? Papu Das? How are you? Okay, so Scorpio, we have fairness. So right now, make sure that you're being equal and fair in everything you're doing. You're being balanced. To me, this card is very similar to the Two of Pentacles. It's all about balancing things out, similar with the Temperance card. And it's all about having patience for things to move back and forth and just really get in the flow. So this is where you need to be this week to focus your attention. Make sure you're balancing your spirituality and your practicality at the same time, as well as your emotions and your expectations. Okay. So the challenge this week is stepping into more of this fatherly energy, more of the yin and the yang and the masculine energy. Make sure that you are not getting too emotional this week, Scorpio, and make sure that you're coming from a more practical, strategic way of thinking and not emotional. And, you are a water sign, so you're very good at being very emotional and deep and practical too. So this is the week to be a little bit more practical, because the overall advice is there's an opportunity on the horizon. So it's hard to see an opportunity on the horizon when you're caught up in a lot of emotions. But when you're being more strategic and focusing on certain projects, the opportunities just fly in. So this is where you are this week. All right, Scorpio. I hope that resonates. All right, so we will move on to my Sagittarius. Do we have any Sagittarius in the house tonight? Awesome. All right, let's see. All right, the cards are starting to fly out the deck. Fly out the deck. That's great grammar. Fly out of the deck. Let's see. So we have so Sagittarius, I feel like you need to start delegating this week and really just stepping into this energy of not trying to do everything yourself, but really asking for help. For instance, if you're trying to do a website, hire a web designer, or if you're trying to figure out how to do all these graphics, go to Etsy and hire somebody for $3.99. Don't try to do everything yourself, because it's going to burn you out, especially since you are a fire sign. Let's see what the challenge is. The challenge is, yes, fear of letting people help you and delegating. Sagittarius, this week, do not be scared to delegate, because it's not going to, you're going to burn the candle at both ends this week if you don't ask for help and delegate for projects, and or even in a relationship, really stepping into that, hey, this is what I need, hey, can you help with this chore? Can you help with this errand? It's okay to ask. A lot of people are scared to ask because they think it's going to make them feel weak, when it doesn't. It's actually a strength to be able to say, hey, can you help me with this? Or, hey, I'm going to hire somebody to do this. That's a lot of strength and a lot of internal development. So use that. Pull on that energy, okay, of like the root chakra and the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra, and use it and ask people for help. So let's see what your overall advice is this week, Sagittarius. So yeah, you delegate, you're going to bring in more opportunities and manifest more opportunities coming in, and they're really going to serve you in so many ways. And it's funny because it's like, I can speak from experience. I've been trying to do a lot of projects by myself, like with YouTube and everything else that I want to do. And I figured out a way how to delegate. And it's actually, I help I hire people from Fiverr or whatever to help me. And even though I feel like, oh, I'm spending money, but at the same time, they're helping me, and it's making like I can focus on other things, and more things are manifesting faster and faster. So that's where you need to be this week. All right, Sagittarius, it's a really strong message for you. Okay. So Capricorn, what's going on, my Cappies? I know my Cappies just had a birthday. All right. We have the true love card popped out. Oh, are you feeling in love and nourished and beautiful and passionate? This is awesome energy to be in. Oh, I almost don't want to pull your challenge card for the week. But your challenge for this week is, getting back into, so when I see this card for the Celtic, I see a lot of different things. But for this particular reading, I'm getting about, there's a commitment. It's like the Claddagh ring, where it's all about, or the infinity ring as well. It's all about having that really true deep roots of knowing what you want, and it goes beyond the surface. And that's why I feel like even with true love, everyone knows with true love, it's all about manifesting and being in this energy that we grew up yearning for before we even knew that's what we wanted, because it's a human thing to always want to be with people and build these loving relationships, right? So I really feel like you're digging into some deep roots. So don't deny them this week. Make sure you're paying attention to those. All right, Capricorn, let's see what your overall advice is. So yes, it says within the next few weeks. It's so funny because this card popped out earlier for Gemini. So this is telling me this is something it's not going to be a message just for this week, but it's going to basically be for the next few weeks. I would say until the end of January, you're going to start seeing things transpire more and more. So by planting the seeds of true love and that authenticity of the great background of that tradition and that love, that's what you want, it's going to start to grow in the next few weeks. So that's what I have for my Capricorns. Woohoo, Cappies. All right, so let's see. All right, we'll move on to Aquarius. All right, how are my Aquas doing tonight? Now that we're stepping into Aqua energy, purification. Oh, that's so great. I love it, Aquarius. This is super cool because with this card, it's really just saying, listen, it's time to detoxify things that are no longer serving you. Stop eating crap food. Stop drinking alcohol. Things, to excess. It's okay to do things, in moderation. But this card is saying you need to basically do a cleanse right now, because the challenge of doing the cleanse and how it's going to benefit you is like, either you're going to sit here in this orphan energy, in this reality of where you had the choice to be more high vibe this week and not indulge and toxic things bring you down. They could be energetic as well. Or instead of being an orphan, you could actually be with a family or a loved one. That's the challenge, right? That's a different reality. And so that's your challenge, is to make sure that you're not sitting in that energy. Like, make sure you're choosing the right reality and the right storyline of what you want and feel, and go for that, live that. Okay. I'm going to do a lot more talks on this starting next week. And so it makes a lot of sense. It's a lot for people to digest. I'm still digesting it. That's why I'm not fully speaking on a lot of it tonight, because I feel like there's a lot of information. And so since I'm reading for the signs, I don't want to go into a full-on lecture for like 20 minutes, for my Aquarius. So the overall energy for Aquarius is to ask others for help this week. Okay. So if you are feeling that you're in a cycle where there's a lot of toxicity, or you need to clean your place, get a housekeeper, ask someone to come help you clean your house, or feng shui your house, or change your diet. If you feel like you need to be a vegan for a week, or you feel like you need to go on a vegetarian diet for a week, do it. And if you need help, ask somebody. There are so many people out there that are literally living these lifestyles that you could tap into all sources around you, and they would just really help you out. Like, I already know people who I could say, hey, listen, I want to do a gluten-free diet. I know exactly who to go to. If I say, hey, I really want to work out in warrior status this week, I know exactly who I'm going to call, right? So think of those people in your life, and call upon them to help you release all this toxicity and move into a more purifying way of living, so you feel part of things, right? The thing about being an orphan is, if you don't ask people for help, no one's going to know you need help, or no one's going to know you need assistance, or even just emotional support, or just someone to go on a walk with, So you really need to embrace that energy this week, Aquarius. That's the message I have for you. That's right. All right, Pisces, what's going on, my Pisces? All right, Pisces, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, what's going on? Let's see. All right, Pisces. You guys, these cards literally are all different decks, but it's so funny how the same messages keep coming out. So for Pisces, it's all about the medicine woman, which is it's the high priestess card. It's the magician mixed together, having the inner knowing and power that you can co-create what you want. You have all the tools you need right now to move forward. So it's time for you to step into that power and get rid of any fear and any roadblocks that are holding you back. If there's something that you want to do and it's going to cost a tiny monthly fee for you to help you implement that project, remove the roadblock. Okay. This is what I'm getting for my Pisces this week. And because you're truly magical, you know exactly what's happening. All right. Oh, cool. Cassandra. Hey, Catherine. Woohoo. Oh, Pisces. So your challenge this week is stepping into your Atlantean power and knowing that you have, listen, Atlantis, it's all about, you're Pisces, you're a fish, you know the oceans better than anybody else. So step into this knowing power and this inner power that you know. You don't have to seek knowledge. You don't have to go do hours of research to get things done. You literally know exactly what to do, but you have to recognize that you have all the resources in your hand, literally right in front of you. And if you don't, remove the roadblock. That is exactly very, very strong guidance of what I'm hearing. Okay, so I pulled out 2 cards for your overall advice. I pulled out No Need to Worry, which is awesome. So you're on the right path. And then also Perfect Timing. So you already know when to execute this energy and to really step into this power and start executing these projects. And this is a really good time for anybody to start a project, because with all of the astrological transits right now, this is all about all brand new energy and starting something new. And it's time to execute. Literally, everything the last 3 years have been slow as molasses, especially this last year, which we all experienced in a very physical reality. And so now it's time to step into this Aquarius energy and start moving things forward. So as a Pisces, moving things forward, getting those projects booked for everybody. You know, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, so I'm wondering who else is out there that hasn't commented yet, because I see people watching, but I don't see everybody in the room. Also, just a few announcements I had. I don't know if anyone wants a reading, let me know. But I also had a few announcements. So I did a pop-up live on Christmas Day, and it was a love reading for all the signs, and they're timeless. So whenever you go listen to that video, that's exactly when you need to hear the message. So check it out. I have the link in this description box for this video. I don't know if you guys can see it already, because since it is a live video, I set it up beforehand. But if not, it will definitely be there when we're finished. And yeah, so there are some cool messages, you know, in basic Aries, Leo style, very fast, straight to the point, doesn't beat around the bush, and very direct, but some good stuff, you know, some good messages. And so I feel like it's something that you can go back to in a timeless reading, rather than, oh, January is over, I can't listen to that message. So it's all about embracing that time doesn't really exist. You know what I mean? And then I also, I'm going to be launching my meditation series in the next week, and I will be doing it on a different YouTube channel. I will let you guys know what it is, and then I'll link them both. And just basically because I don't want too much on Beach Balance Life for this channel for it to be convoluted, because there's already have like, I think 156 videos. And so based on the communication coaching I have earlier on from like 3 years ago, and pick a card readings, my live shows, I don't want it to get lost in the shuffle. I do have meditations on here, and I have seen through the analytics that people have been watching them. So that's super cool. I hope that everyone's watching the Let Go of Resistance meditation. So that's super. That was actually one of the first ones I did, it's really good actually. And I'm going to be redoing that with more music realm. So that'll be cool. And when I'm ready to release it, I'll let you guys know. And yeah, and so basically just stepping into this energy and really embracing this whole new year, and taking this snowy time here in Chicago. And, you know, I mean, you guys know how much I love the zoo. They closed it today until March. So that was a huge bummer. But I see it as a gift, because now I can focus more on my projects of what I'm doing. And so it's forcing me, the universe is forcing me to keep moving forward with that one. I'm sure you all can relate. So chime in the chat. Let me know. What are you looking for to manifest this year, this month, this week? And if we're here for your astrological or zodiac sign messages. Did they resonate? Let me know. I'm just curious to see how everyone's feeling. There's a lot going on, and I feel like we're in a really good, it could be just me. I feel like we're all in a really good spot right now. Let's see. All right, let me see. Okay, cool. All right, so Heart's Truest Desire. I got you. Let's see. Oh, Jew. Sorry, Sue. I was like, I saw Jazzed, and then I saw your name. That's awesome. Good. I hope so. I hope it's spot on, because it's supposed to be, right? It's all about resonating and moving things forward. I feel that the heaviness has been lifted personally, and also I feel collectively. And when I'm out talking to people, I feel that people are really, even friends, people I'm doing readings for, everyone's just like, you know what, things are getting better, and everyone's focusing on their internal lives, which is great, rather than not getting distracted in all the chaos. And that's the biggest key about moving forward this year, is really staying in our power and moving forward, and focusing on our inner world. What brings us joy on an everyday basis? That's what's super important, you know. So I have one reading. Let's see. I want to pull a couple more cards for the collective. Let's see. For messages. All right, let's see. What is the collective consciousness, especially everyone in this room specifically, people here in the live, and also if you're seeing after the live, this message is for you too. But the first card that popped out is communication is key. So this is all about a new moon in Gemini. And listen, if you guys have Geminis in your life, they love to communicate. They love to talk. They've got everything going on. So step into this energy, and it's okay to say how you feel. A lot of people hold back their feelings because they're scared about hurting other people's feelings. And it's time to have communication be the foundation of everything this week, in every job interaction, every relationship, and even with yourself. Pay attention more what your body's telling you, what your mind and your emotions are telling you this week, because that's what's going to lead you down the right path. That's what's really going to help you figure out, what do you want to do this year? I mean, everyone, of course, we all know that everyone's in the gyms and everything, blah, blah, blah. But it all comes down to, I feel like we're in a whole new world, and everything that we knew is no longer. So it's really kind of a free for all. So this is a great time to manifest, right? So the challenge for the collective is funny because it's also a full moon in Gemini. So we have a new moon in Gemini and a full moon in Gemini. And the challenge is having trust that knowing the answers are coming. So ask for the answers. And it's also about trusting that they're coming in divine timing. So don't become impatient. Make sure that you're asking the question and let people come back with the information as needed. And I think I've said it before. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you say, hey, I'd really like a side of lobster mac and cheese. Just pick something random. You don't follow the waiter around the restaurant and then follow them back in the kitchen and be like, did you get my order? Did you get my order? Did you get my order? Right? You have trust in knowing it's coming. Same thing when you're ordering something online. You put your order in, it's being delivered. So that's what you need to know. That's the challenge for everybody this week, is knowing that, having trust that things are coming and they're moving forward. All right. Everything that you need, you have questions on, they're coming, and ask your angels and your guides for information and signs. You'd be surprised how quickly the information will come in for you. So the overall advice is a fiery climax approaches. So that's great. This is very Aries energy. So it's very fast moving energy. Whatever you're trying to communicate this week with your needs, getting the answers you need, it's going to happen super fast. You don't even have to worry about it. It's going to be effortless. That is so cool. I'm really loving that energy. All that fire energy mixed with the air. When you mix fire with air, it literally it can be damaging or it can be very beneficial. So it depends on how hot the fire is and how fast it spreads. But yeah, so that's those are the messages I have for this week, and kind of a quick show, but I feel that next week is going to be really good and intense and packed with information before we go into all of the astrological signs and the zodiac intuitive readings. But I just wanted to obviously always show up for you guys on Mondays. And yeah, I have some special things that I'm going to be launching soon, and I don't want to talk about them because I've talked about things before and they haven't come to fruition. And so I want to wait until it actually transpires, and then I'll share it with you guys. So, yeah, if anyone has any questions in the chat, let me know. Would love to answer anything, ask me anything, whatever, within reason, of course. But yeah. Let's see, who else is in here? I guess Floyd bounced. I don't know if Floyd's still in here. Love you too, Mystical Musings. You're awesome. You're awesome. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, if anyone doesn't have anything going on, I might just bounce off. I'm going to do some candlelight yoga tonight. Hey, cuz, what's going on? You know what? I'm at the end of the show too, William. Oh man, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, Sue, have a great week. Oh, that's awesome. I love that my cousin's here. He's totally my cousin because we're on the same age, but I'm technically his aunt. Oh, good. So William, I did all of the zodiac sign readings. So once the video processes, you can go to the timestamp. It'll be like Aries, you know, Taurus, whatever, and you can skip to each sign, and it will pop to the video, so you can get your reading for this week. So you and Emily should do that. It takes a couple hours for the video to process through YouTube for me to put any comments. But yeah, I'll definitely do that. So you'll have to come back to the video. I got off Facebook for a while and Instagram because the terms and conditions right now are very too much Big Brother. I don't really like it. I don't feel comfortable with it. So, well, yeah, you guys, if you guys are on TikTok, come find me at Beach Balance Life. Make sure you subscribe. Doing some cool, like 60-second videos over there, super fast and energetic, just how I like it. So, but yeah, come over there and support me. I'm getting ready to hit 1,000 subscribers, which is cool. Start going live over there. And yeah, so I'm so happy you all joined tonight. I really hope that everyone is having a great New Year's, the 4th day of this year. It already feels like 2 weeks in this year. I'm not really sure why, but I'm grateful for that and appreciative. Remember, always have to be appreciative. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, blessed week. I'll see you next Monday. We will go into more depth about quantum leaping and some quantum physics on a very basic level that everyone can understand. And then, of course, we'll do the readings for all the zodiac signs. So, yeah, I'm glad you guys joined. Super excited for everything that's to come for all of us. I can't wait to share this year with you guys and also to see you guys share your blessings and exciting information with me. So exciting. So I will catch you guys all on the next wave. All right. See you later. Bye.